See my forehead marks from my toque? Good morning! Welcome back to the channel. I'm super jazzed to be here, as always. Today, I'm a hot mess, but okay. I figured I would bring you guys along for my spring cleaning slash cleansing and kind of intention setting for the springtime, and kind of, we're gonna do a bit of an out with the old, in with the new vibe. We're gonna start at the top, work our way down. I will explain to you what I'm doing to incorporate the spiritual with the mundane of cleaning and cleansing at the same time. We're just gonna kind of hang out today. I've not done a casual video like this on my channel before, so we're gonna try it out, revamp, and do some spring stuff. You know, just breathe some fresh energy into the room, and that is something I enjoy doing. If I wouldn't consider cleaning my house necessarily or exclusively spiritual. Spring cleaning has always been a thing for many people, right? So it's kind of interesting to see the correlation between a magical spiritual practice like Ostara and the celebration of bringing in new life with mundane activities like spring cleaning. I know that some people might be stuck at home this time of year. I know it's like stifling and a little bit, you get a little bit of cabin fever. It's a little hard to take a deep breath and feel free when you're confined in your home. So hopefully this will help you somewhat focus on these small things so that you can feel a little bit more at ease during this time. Claim your space. It's a great time to be taking up space in your house, moving things around, putting things in different areas, so get some new energy, some new life. Other than that, I'm gonna hop in the kitchen, get some caffeine, and we're gonna get right into it. Welcome to my humble abode. The very first thing we need to do is hop on over and say hello to my lovely goldfish. I've actually very recently moved out of this house, so this is no longer my bedroom. However, I still follow these exact same steps, so this is technically not cheating. To get me away from feeling like... Yes, there are spiderwebs in my window, so the first step to get the spring clean underway is what I like to call a 10-second tidy. Then I walk in to the opening scene. It always seemed so serene. You're feeling like you misunderstood. Throughout this spring clean video, you're going to hear me talking about a gratitude mindset. And what I mean by that is just really looking at the things that I have and appreciating them. It's not hard or complicated. It's just maintaining a sense of gratitude while I clean and tidy. Using a gratitude mindset to keep perspective on just how abundant and blessed I am is kind of a way that I infuse my spirituality and magic into everyday tasks. Just for the night, and I will always... Once the clothes are all away, I move on to my kind of spiritual tools that I keep in my bedroom. Oracle cards, incense, and I'm taking an inventory of the stuff that I used a lot throughout the last month or so. I'll show you later in the video what I get up to with the items that I deem need some TLC or some good juju. There is something about bed that just kind of screams, there's no place like home. It's a point of comfort and rest, so while I take my sheets off to be washed, I'm honestly just thanking my bed for being so dang comfortable. You might have noticed that I was taking some crystals or stones out of my bed. Yes, I do a lot of guided meditations and intention setting work in my bed, so I do kind of have to be aware of random projectile rocks flinging around if I were to take my sheets off too quickly. Cleaning an entire room as well as cleansing and cleansing specific items in the room can take some serious time, so I like to get the wash going and have it underway while I start on the rest of the room. The laundry detergent that I use is just powdered and it doesn't actually have a scent. I like this stuff because that way I can add in different essential oils if I'm wanting to use or call upon different kind of magical correspondence.
I didn't end up using any essential oils this time around, but if I'm doing my bed sheets, I will often use lavender.
Wish it was easy every day.
As for other cleaning products I use, I do keep it quite simple and as natural as I can. You will see me using Windex and some sanitization wipes, but other than that, I just use hot soapy water. The dish soap that I'm using today actually has rosemary and lemon in it, which are perfect for a spring clean. It is safe to say that I pretty much use rosemary in everything and anything that I do. It has incredible solar energy, it's very protective, invigorating, it enhances memory, it's strengthening as well as cleansing. Lemon is a very happy-go-lucky, pure energy to work with. It brings joy and light and happiness into the space, so again, it's great for the springtime.
So big apart.
The toque is coming off, the hair is going up, it's getting warm in here.
Million pieces, and I don't want to admit it's always what
When it comes to actually cleaning, I do like to start at the top of the room, so you will see me dusting my dream catcher as well as my plant hangers, and then I'll move on to washing the walls.
said I would never be alone.
The intention that I focus on while I'm washing the walls is kind of twofold, and it has to do with both lemon and rosemary. I'll start with using the lemon and focusing in on the fact that I just want to clean away and wipe away all the bad juju off the walls, as well as the gunk and the dirt and the cobwebs from the winter season. Once I do kind of a once over, I will kind of change my focus to focus in more on the rosemary to add that kind of constant layer of protection and strength. It's very invigorating, and I, like I said, use it in pretty much everything.
Never asking why, I'm always in a million places at once. I've never had enough to let you add your thoughts.
So this trick, my friends, you are not going to find in your classic Witchcraft 101 book, but whenever I clean my windows, I like to play a certain song. It is I Can See Clearly Now by Jimmy Cliff. I love to have the song playing while I wash my windows. It definitely lends to the whole clarity and to be unobstructed by lies and deceit. So this is, again, the energy that I'm focusing on and the intention I'm holding while I sing this song and wash my window.
My light is brighter, and I hope that it will last. You think that it's directions, ones you never choose. It's the way that you're facing determines if you lose. Fortunes that you made, choices.
You may have noticed a really tiny little jar that I took off of the window. This is just a protection shaker jar that I made a while back. This is one of the items that I want to give some good juju, so I will set it aside for later.
And I love you until we get by.
I absolutely love my hat collection, and it has just kind of slowly grown over the years. And I really do like to take my time just to dust them off, give them a good little love session, and put them back up on the walls when I'm done.
It's a labor of love, and honey, I choose.
While the actual origin story behind witches and their pointy hats is debated, there is a theory that I've come to really enjoy, and it's that hats were used to help channel in power and energy to the witch that was wearing it, kind of like a cone of power. So sometimes I like to pretend that my hats make me this ultra strong badass.
You're the reason why I can't touch the sky. I want it.
We are now on to dusting my absolute favorite shelf that is used and played around with and touched and moved so often that it just becomes this sort of living, breathing, working mess of its own.
Until we get by.
Now there's a few different things I'm doing while I clean this shelf. The first, I'm taking kind of a look at all of the things that I have that I haven't touched or used for a long time. If I don't think I'm going to be using them again, I'll set them aside to give them away to somebody. If it's something that I really want to use and I haven't found the time to, I will kind of move it to the front and center of the shelves and kind of give myself a mental reminder to get to it.
Down we go again.
I'm also separating out anything that I have gathered over the last couple of weeks that is new. I do a lot of unboxings for the Witch's Moon, and I really enjoy my items, but I do like to give them a cleanse and kind of just introduce them to my whole gang of spiritual tools before I work with them. My absolute favorite part about cleaning this shelf and kind of reorganizing all of my tools and equipment that I have is it really lets me have a good idea of what I have to work with for up-and-coming events or workings that I have planned. When I say working, I don't mean some elaborate ritual. It could be as simple as choosing a different tarot deck to work with instead of the one that I've had out for the last couple of months. It's a great time to decide what I want to give new life to and kind of infuse with that fun, energetic, light and bright springtime energy.
Is this really what you plan to do?
You'll hear me mention Ostara several times in this video, and that's because I will always do this clean in between Ostara and Beltane. These two Sabbats and the time in between them definitely represent the spring for me. Now that we have a lot of the mundane cleaning out of the way and the laundry's going and everything is dusted, this is when I start to actually focus really intently on the spiritual aspects of the spring clean. I decided to smudge my house with sage this time around. I don't do it every time because sage has the ability to clear out all energy, not only negative energy, so I only do it during very large-scale, heavy-duty cleans. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm a huge fan of the earthy, grounding, and protective energy of rosemary, so I almost always burn it at the same time as I'm burning sage. Now, there is a lot of different ways you'll hear people explain and describe what I'm doing right now, but to put it pretty plainly, I am clarifying what I want the sage and rosemary to do in my house while I burn them. So I'm asking the sage to basically kick all the bad juju and gunk and stagnant, stale energy out of my crib, and for the rosemary to be a grounding, protecting component. Now for the act of actually saging your house, dancing is encouraged. There is 100 different ways to do this, so please believe me when I tell you that if you thoroughly believe that it is working and that your sage is kicking all of the bad juju out of your home while you dance around to some ABBA, all of the power to you, and please show me your dance moves. After saging the house, that is when I vacuum. So I don't sweep, but vacuums work just as well because it's 2020 and we're not all hedge witches. So I start in the furthest corner of my room and I vacuum towards the door. This is both for the spiritual cleansing aspect, where I am helping to usher all of the bad jujus and evil yuckies out of the door, while also vacuuming and cleaning the furthest point from the exit. Because I cleansed with sage, I'm going to want to start infusing some positivity and good things back into my space, so I'm going to be doing that with some essential oils. Using lemon was a no-brainer for me because it's uplifting and clarifying properties. It's great for purification, rejuvenation, happiness, and love. So those are all wonderful emotions and energies I want to invite into my space. Choosing tea tree was a little bit more mundane in the sense that it's actually antifungal and an insecticide. That being said, tea tree is often used to cut out negative energies and vibrations, so I included it in this as well just to kind of put the cherry on top for my negativity-free zone.
What is going inside?
I've mentioned a few times now that I've been slowly gathering and collecting different tools, crystals, rocks, candles, and items that I want to revamp and kind of change their intentions, clear them out of all the old juju that they have in them, and just give them a new facelift of springtime. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this tray with some rice. I use rice specifically in this sense because I like that it just kind of seeps and soaks up all of the negativity without me having to do a smoke cleanse, etc. of each individual item, especially since I've saged my whole room already. I'm putting crystals out just to kind of give them a clean wipe back to their original vibrations. I'm also selecting a specific few for different intentions and workings I have planned. I've got some new anointing oils as well as body oils from the Witch's Moon unboxings that I do so much, so I have 3 of those that I'm also going to be kind of welcoming into the fold.
Seeing just on ghost working.
One of these anointing oils I've already been working with for quite a while, so I'm actually going to use it to anoint a few of my things.
Sun is looking outside. What is going inside? Sun is looking outside.
This anointing oil I'm using right now is kind of just consecrating these items as sacred and bringing them into my spiritual practice as tools. This amazingly beautiful candle you see me holding here was a gift for my birthday from the loveliest of friends, and I've been saving it for a Beltane ritual I have planned. I am so jazzed about it, so thank you to that very lovely friend of mine.
Your pure conviction.
Something as simple as choosing to dry your blankets outside in the sun has such power. Having the sun warm them up makes this whole blanket 10 times cozier for me, and I get to say hello to the adorable Nacho.
I'm good for you. You man that shake 'em darker days, they'll slowly stop shaking you. And you grieve.
Like I've mentioned before, while I'm putting out these rugs and starting to make my bed again, I am very intently focused on how grateful I am to have this comfort and these beautiful things I love so much and have collected over the years.
Hey, dark soldier, found the water runs clean. Hey, dark.
It's important not to miss the part where you give it a little lay and see how she's doing. There is a lot of chaotic things happening in our world, and it can be very ungrounding and upsetting. So another way I enjoy combating that would be choosing to anoint my bed with herbs and essential oils like lavender. It's really quite simple. I'll just grab a pillow that I want to anoint, put a couple drops of lavender on it, and I will focus my intent on what I would like that lavender to provide me with. So because it's my pillow in my bed, I am focusing on calming, relaxation, and comfort to feel cozy, safe, and happy in my bed. A word of caution, guys, don't put too much on. Lavender or other essential oils can be pretty powerful and your head is right on it, so less is more. Once I've cleaned, cleared, charged, and consecrated all of my new tools and things I want to work with for the spring season, I'll start to kind of rearrange things in my bedroom. I'm not going to give you guys an altar tour or explain and show exactly what I'm doing, but know that this is the phase in which I put things back away.
Oh, I'm so tired. Cleaning and cleansing and organizing and doing laundry is hard work. I'm ready for a nap and maybe another coffee. I hope you enjoyed this new style of video that I decided to do. I know that I didn't get too in detail about Ostara specifically. This is not a video about how to celebrate Ostara. There's a lot of those out there already. If you guys have any questions about Ostara, I will gladly answer them in the comments below. But this is just kind of what I chose to do this year to get into the springtime spirit, bring some new life and new energy into my space, enjoy my space and enjoy being at home. Normally I would set up a little bit of an altar space specifically for the Wheel of the Year. This time around I'm just not really feeling it. I'm tired, to be honest. There's a lot of big stuff going on in the world and it's a bit just overwhelming, especially when it's all you hear about. So I just wanted something that was nice and light and breezy. I got to listen to good music. I'm super happy that all my stuff is charging. My room is clean. We got that good energy going on. We got rainbows coming in the window. Let me know in the comments below what you do as part of your kind of spiritual cleaning routine. I know that some of the stuff was just very mundane, like washing my walls, but it's all about the intention that you hold while you do these activities. Please remember, stay safe out there and be smart, and yeah, happy spring!